Welcome to Dragonfly Designs. Today we're going to show you how to make two styles of resin jewelry using molds and bottle caps. And these are the projects here. And the things you will need will be a type of resin mold that you can order online, as well as some glitter for design, the bottle caps, a ring to glue to the bottom of the bottle caps, popsicle sticks, a Sharpie, super glue, measuring cups, our 2-part resin, as well as a wax paper surfaces so that the resin doesn't get anywhere. So today we're going to make two different types of resin projects, a bottle cap ring and a resin bracelet. So we've already designed our bottle cap ring and put some glitter at the bottom as well as filled it with some beads. Our resin bangle bracelet, I've pre-made a wire wrapped chain to go inside of the bracelet here. And you can put a number of things in here, glitter, beads, wire, whatever you think is what you would want for your project. And so first we're going to learn how to pour the resin. And what you want to do is you want to get a measuring cup that has a full readout of how to measure the resin. So today we're going to be using a 2-part resin, which means that you have 1 part resin to equal parts hardener. And to remember which one goes first, I always use the phrase through thick and thin, and that means thick goes before thin. So the resin is always a thicker material than the hardener. The hardener is always soft, like a thinner material. So we want to pour the resin first. So you're going to pour the resin in up to the very first line. And you want to pour really carefully because if you get the ratio wrong, it will not harden after you're done. You want to take a paper towel and wipe off the excess so that when you go to put your cap back on, it does not stick to the bottle or leak down the sides. And now we're going to pour the hardener in over. And now we must mix very thoroughly. So this is where the popsicle stick comes in. And what you want to do is you want to kind of, as if you were folding egg whites, you start to fold the two mixtures into each other. And you're going to do this for about a minute or so. And once you've kind of like incorporated them together, you can start stirring more vigorously. Sometimes I pull in and out to get them to mix properly. You want to mix it for a good 4 to 5 minutes to know that you've gotten a full mixture and it's all mixed together, because if you didn't mix it right, it will not harden. Now that you've properly mixed your resin, you can begin to pour into your bottle cap and your mold. If you notice any bubbles in the resin, you can put your breath over it because the carbon dioxide in your breath brings all the bubbles to the surface. So you can breathe on it for like 3 seconds. And then also, if you don't want to put your face that close to it, you can also use a hair dryer about 4 to 6 inches above for 30 seconds, and that should bring all the bubbles to the surface as well. So what we want to do is we want to pour a little bit of our resin into this bottle cap here. And now the bangle bracelet, since we want to put this chain in here, we want to lay down a layer of resin first. But I want to make our resin look really cool, so we're going to add a little bit of glitter and mix it in just to make it more fun. And you always want to put a layer of resin first when you're doing something like this, so that when it dries, this doesn't stick out the other side. So we pour our resin in. And if you make a little bit of a mess, that's okay. And fill the whole bracelet up. And the glitter adds a little bit of a fun texture. And it will make it really fun when it's all finished. So we will leave these for the next 24 hours and then come back to them. And what you can always do is you never want to touch the resin with your finger to make sure that it's cured and all ready to go. You can put one control dot on your parchment paper, and then that way, if it's not dry, it will put the fingerprint of your finger in the dot and not in your actual piece. So we will come back to these in 24 hours to show you what they look like. And so all of our finished projects is here's a couple things that you can do with your resin. You can do earrings, there's different types of little bezels you can make, you can incorporate other projects such as stamping and dapping with resin. And you can use all different kinds of materials like beads or candy or glitter for any type of your resin projects.